Hello and welcome to the Wiltshire Caravans handover video for this Swift Conqueror 645. It's the 2018 model. Regular viewers will know that I always start around the back, have a quick look around, just point out where things are. So starting at the back, highline brake light, grab handles. However, this is quite a heavy beast, so pulling this along might be interesting. Then you've got your light clusters, so reverse lights, indicators, brake lights and running lights, some reflectors, place for number plate, and the corner steadies. And then the most important thing, obviously, the Wiltshire Caravan sticker. Going around. Okay, so onto the offside. Quick look round, but the first thing we get to is the toilet area, the cassette. So it uses the reservoir for the flush system, doesn't go through from the water supply. So one of these, what I normally say, just put the small amount of pink into a pop bottle, 2 litre pop bottle, to the right levels as laid out in the manufacturer's guidelines, and then just top that up. I have unlocked everything for ease of use. It doesn't always prove to be that easy. That reservoir, particularly in winter when you want to empty it out, there is a little pipe just up there. Literally that bung, you pull that bung out and that will just empty the pipe, empty the reservoir of any pink fluid or whatever fluid you use. Right, standard Thetford cassette. Handle lifts up, just pull it out towards you. That handle is telescopic, so you can, and it's on wheels, so you can carry it along. So, when needing to empty, you'll know you need to empty it because there's a light on in the toilet that comes on in the toilet to say it needs emptying. Take this lid off, put it somewhere safe. You don't want it falling down where the into the nasties, because you will have to go and get it. Then once that's off, lean forward and press the orange button on the top. That will release any air pressure to release everything. You'll want to rinse at that point. So slide this back, open up there, and then you can see that float there. That's what comes up to indicate that the cassette is full. When you've done your rinsing, close it up again. Repeat, swish around and repeat the flowing out. Right, on this cap there are measuring levels to see how much you need to put into the tank. You can either put that directly into the pipe or through there, and then dilute as required. That just slides straight back in there, and that closes up there. Now make sure you lock it. I only say that because if someone hasn't put their lid, the cap somewhere safe, and it's gone in, they might want another one, and yours might be easy pickings. Right, 2 waste outlets. So the waste outlets are for the 2 sinks and for the shower, so the sink, kitchen and bathroom, and then the shower. Moving further along, it's twin axle model, alloy wheels, torqued up to 130 Newton meters. I'll show you where it tells you that's the case. And this one does have a twin axle, as in front wheels only, motor mover. There's a separate video for that altogether. Next area we get to is the battery locker. So with the battery locker, not surprisingly, you'll find a battery, and also the electric hookup. This hookup is there. Behind it, you just about see, you can see the key there, the isolation key for the motor mover. It's put at the back here to prevent you being able to activate the motor mover whilst still connected with your electric hookup. That's a good safety feature. Next we come to the water part. I'll just go and get the pump and I'll show you where that goes. Okay, so what we have here, we've got 2 water inlets. because this has an onboard tank, you have an inlet that says direct to tank even. Now this pump works in either of these pumps, in either of the sockets, so that goes in there, wiggle it around on the trigger, and that will then direct water into your tank. Or you've also got direct to tap, so if you're only going to use an aqua roll, same pump in there, and that goes in there as per standard. So bottom one goes direct to the tap, so you're not using your internal tank. If you are using an internal tank, direct to tank. Inside I will show you the tap combinations of how to get everything working correctly. Okay, moving further along, Alde heating in here, so it's the wet central heating system and hot water system. That is just the exhaust vent if it's been used on gas. Okay, so out to the front, so back to the front, 3 windows in the Conqueror, grab handles, running on the Alco chassis. It's got the Alco ATC, so if there are any sort of snaking or any movement in the caravan as it's been towed, that would dab the brakes on. As I always say, you'll probably only notice it, well hopefully only notice it when you go over a speed hump. It'll feel heavy for a little bit. Okay, moving on to the near side. Oh, actually I didn't show you into the gas locker. Foolish boy that I am. So, gas locker, given a clue away by the LPG locker by sign. Alright, this has already got lots of stuff in it for the owner. So you can take area for 2 gas bottles. As you can see, this has already got quite a bit of stuff in it. It's set up for propane. You'll also see on there, if I go round, it's got the Chris number, etc. on here. Yeah, plenty of space in it, nice sized locker. That doesn't mean to say you need to fill it up and make it heavy, so you would need to check, keep an eye on the nose weight of things. Right, back to the near side. So, external barbecue point, which is very handy. As I've said more than once, please do not use the awning, the gas barbecue in the awning. Recipe for disaster. Then we've got external locker. It's already got some stuff in it, as I said. There's you can start seeing some of the tap work for, as I was explaining about earlier. You can also see the sergeant alarm system part there. Again, show you that in a while. Got an outside 230-volt socket, so if you want to run an extension into your awning, here's the details. So you've got your Chris number, which it says VIN on here, mass in running order, the maximum plated weight, tyre pressure, tyre size, and just at the bottom you can see wheel torque for the steel, which is the spare wheel. That's at 88 Newton meters, and for the alloys 130. Okay. Door, oddly enough. Luckily, more wheels. So then you've got your fridge vent, freezer vent. There's the awning light, not straight above the door as in most models, but it's quite a nice little feature there. And again, this is just an external access locker underneath the bed. Okay, that's pretty much everything you need to see outside. Next we're going to go in, have a quick look around, and then we'll get into the nitty gritty. Right, so straight in. First thing, kitchen straight in front of you. To the left, the lounge. Getting back to the kitchen side. Fridge freezer. Nice size fridge freezer. Double bed, that does pull out. It's got an awning on top of it at the moment. Just as a word of warning, when you are travelling, awning should be low and over the axles. Anything heavy should be low and over the axles. Right, toilet, shower area. It's got the waste master and the aqua roll in there already. But so enough of that. Let's get down to how to use the van. So here we are in the van. The control panel is above the door. So to start off with, let's go straight there. Power button is that one. First thing it's showing is how much power we've got available. Well, we are plugged into the main, so none of this is a surprise. The menus, you've got temperature, AC limit, you can limit things, tank fill off, so or you can change that by pressing onto the center to tank fill on, tank fill off. Keep going through it. There's an awful lot of things to check on here, which is why we give you a manual. Okay, I'm just going to give you the basics now, as in all outside light, lights inside, or more lights inside. This looks like an eye. It's actually supposed to be a tap. Okay, so as I told you, it has the internal pump. If I press it on, you'll hear it, hopefully. I'm not going to keep that on for long because it does. There's no water in there at the moment. But yeah, lots of things to do on at this point, and this is the. Yeah, I'm just, like I say, doing the basics. We will give you the manual, and of course, if you get any questions, you can always give us a call. Most importantly, in the UK, next bit, the heating and hot water. It's the, like I said, it's the Alde system, so it's the wet central heating system. To turn the power on, very simply turn the power on. It's the compact 3020, proudly made in Sweden. That's nice. So this is showing that we're plugged into the mains, and the current temperature in here is 23 degrees. Right, to change any temperature, etc., menu. That will give you get you to the top screen. Now on the front screen, I should say. So top one, that is to do with the temperature you want within the caravan. So it's very simply plus or minus to get the temperature you require. Okay, it's as simple as that. There are options in the settings menu. Press it once. You could have a nighttime setting, so you can set it to be a different temperature in the night. And if we was to set that, go back, you've got an A there. The A is activated function. Most of the things in the background can have an activated function. To find out what that is, press the A. It shows you it's the moon, which is the night mode, and turn it off. Go back to menu, and it's gone. However, if you're as lazy as I am, very simply, if I didn't want it that warm at night, I just turned it down. Okay. Right, next one, little shower sign. That's for the hot water. So when that triangle is empty, there's no power to the hot water. You have no hot water. Press plus once, and you will get half a triangle. Half a triangle will give you enough hot water 90 to 95% of the time. It's in fact, I don't think I ever needed to boost it fully. So you'll be able to have a shower, do your washing up, etc. If two of you are going to have a shower in fairly rapid succession, you might want to turn up the power, press plus again, and you will get a full triangle. Now that full triangle means that all the power has gone to the hot water and it's taken it away from the heating. So the heating will go off at that point. However, like I say, it's highly unlikely you'll need that. That is the setting I would have it at. Underneath there, you've got the power. How much electricity are you going to use? So you've got 1 kilowatt. Well, in fairness, that's not really going to do a great deal. It will warm things up, but it's slowly. And if it's particularly cold outside, it'll be negligible. 2 kilowatts. Well, that's where I usually keep mine. That's more than adequate. A lot of sites are only 10 amps, so using 2 kilowatts, you can still put the kettle on, microwave, whatever. If you are lucky enough to be on a site with 13 amps, you may be able to get away with it and go on to 3 kilowatt. Well, that will heat everything up very quickly, hot water and the heating. I say very quickly, more quickly than 2, obviously. But I would say 2 kilowatts is probably enough. Well, it is enough. You can also go onto gas by pressing the gas, and that will then fire it all up on gas. Or you can use gas and electric. However, I'm saying if you're on electric hookup, why would you use the gas? You've already paid for the electric on the pitch fees. So like I say, in the settings, lots of things you can look at, again, which is why we give you a book. But that setting, I've put it on there. You could quite easily leave that and that would be absolutely fine. Okay. So, rest of the things in here. Right, okay, so you've got smoke alarm and carbon monoxide alarm. You've got little individual light switches on these. The blinds draw down for fly screens, pull up for blackout blinds. Same all the way around, except for this one. This is just a blackout blind because the window doesn't open. You do have a stereo in here. The stereo is here, I just haven't put it in. Just to let you know, there it is, there's the frontage of it. Lots of little nooks and crannies about. Plenty of storage. I was talking about the water and hot water, etc. a minute ago. At the front, underneath these drawers here, you have got a table here. Under here, this is where your tap system is. Now, it looks far more complicated than it probably is. You think, oh my God. It very simply tells you here how to set everything up as you want it. When the, very importantly, these yellow taps, when they're in the vertical position, that's draining all the water out of the system. Okay? It's quite simple. So, very simply, if you're going to use the internal tank, this needs to be in that position, the two yellows in that position. If you're going to use the external, as in just your aqua roll, in the position that's in, but these need to be down. Yeah, it's quite a simple and straightforward system in that respect. One thing I should have probably mentioned when I first powered up the van is that this has been part of the Sergeant system. There is a shutdown button which is underneath this bench. I'm going to lift everything up and I'll show you what I'm talking about now. Okay, so under the bench, I'm definitely at the wrong angle for doing this. You have a system shutdown, so you can shut everything down. You can shut down the mobile, the charger point, or you can shut down the heating and hot water individually. Probably don't need to do so. I would be inclined possibly to system shutdown at winter. Also in here you've got your breaker switches and your fuse box. Quite simple. The blue box is to do with the power touch movers. You shouldn't have to worry about that in any way, shape or form. Okay. So as I mentioned, the tabletop here, that just comes out. Also you've got two 230 volt sockets, light switches, the window catches I didn't show you before, standard window catches. Yeah, they're windows. Okay. To the kitchen area, there's a lift out part, so give you extra space for your preparing food or whatever. Two 230 volt sockets again, light switches for the kitchen area, lots of storage space, cutlery drawer, mixer tap, nice sink and draining board, microwave at the top. Again, I'm not going to teach you how to use a microwave, but with the microwave there is a typically not in front of me, there will be an isolator switch for it somewhere. I did say about the solar panel earlier on. So that's the charge unit for the solar panel, working away quite nicely. Okay, so it's a Dometic cooker. So 3 gas burners, 1 electric hob. Quite straightforward, nothing particularly complicated by any of it. So there's the light for the oven, and there's the spark to light your burners. The only thing I would say as a warning is, although when the glass lid is down, the gas burners won't work, the electric hob might still heat up. So do make sure you're keeping that one closed. There is an option. No, I know there is an option. A plug down there. That if you take that plug out, that will stop you being able. Well, it will just prevent that electric hob from heating up. Grill, separate oven, all good. Got some racks in here. More draining boardy stuff. A couple of gas isolators. However, if you use the propane bottles, you can just turn everything off at the bottle and then just fire up a burner for a second or two. Alright, going on to the other side. Double fridge, Dometic fridge. Very simple. If you're going on electric, press electric. Going on gas, press it onto gas. Yeah, it's so that's gas. It would come up with an error because we don't have gas connected. That's the electric cable on auto. So it will, if you're plug in, if you leave it on auto, it'll go into whatever you want it to. You do have the option of going on to the vehicle battery. Well, not the vehicle battery, but the car alternator. It's the same as any other fridge I've spoken about before. As long as it's already cold, that will maintain the temperature. If it's not already cold, it will not bring it down. Okay, so you've got a large freezer area, nice large fridge. Yeah, generally very nice indeed. Then you've just got above the fridge, this is where the antenna is, the aerial. So undo that nut, lift the shaft up, turn the main dish part it's the same direction as everyone else has got theirs, then retune, tighten that up of course, then retune your television. It's got a booster, leave that on, it's absolutely fine. Forgot to say about the fridge, change the temperature if you need to do so. Okay. Bedroom area, I'll try to avoid mirrors. As you've probably heard before, if you've ever seen any of these before. Wardrobe. So in here, this is the Alde heating reservoir. You shouldn't have to worry about that. That's all sorted out on servicing, etc. So don't panic about that. It's also got the freestanding table in there. Lots of drawer space. The bed lifts up. For storage space, I know this one's quite full under here. Yeah, it's got another awning, some carpet, etc. But big area there. Again, another wardrobe. Going into the bathroom, again, lots of cupboard space. Is really good. This is the light where the light goes on in the toilet when the cassette is full, as I said earlier in the video. The toilet itself, yeah, this is the flush. Then underneath the bowl, open up the flap, but make sure you close it again. Have to close it, otherwise you won't be able to get the cassette out of the area. Light switches. This towel rail does get very hot, so be careful of that. It's part of the Alde system, the heating system. And then shower. When you're travelling, there's a clip here. Just make sure that the clip's in to stop the stop this gate shower door opening. That is pretty much all you're going to need to know. Oh, there is an omnivent in here. Omnivent being an extractor fan or just a fan. So open this up, twist it open, and switch the power on here. So it will have a point where it's, well, if I turn around, you'll be able to see it better. So it's drawing air out, so like an extractor fan. Or if you press on this side, it gets to the point where it draws air in. Okay. Close that up. But always make sure you close the flap. Any of the skylights, flaps, etc. Make sure you close windows, everything closed before you travel. Okay. I think we're pretty much there. If you've got any, oh, I forgot to mention this is the TV point. So just as you come in the door on the right hand side, TV point. So you've got an aerial, a 12 volt socket should you require it, and a 230 volt socket. And that, as they say, oh, there's one here in the bedroom area as well. You lucky people, we've spoiled you. There is a privacy screen, and that, at this point, is definitely it. Alright, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, do give us a call on 01373 752 100. If you do like this video, please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel if you'd like to receive more of these videos. You might not, you might, who knows, you crazy people. Alright, but thanks for now, catch you again soon.